Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do a problem today that was submitted by a student a la watcher, and I will answer your questions too. Just send them in. All right, so we've got two separate problems here. The length of a rectangle is 3 times its width. If the area is 27 meters squared, what are the dimensions of his rectangle? Wait, question, who is he, and why does he own this rectangle? This is scary, guys. Well, maybe it's just a fence. Maybe he owns like a privacy fence. He doesn't want anybody in to work their math problems. He is mean. Let us work our math problems, man. Let us work. Okay, so first thing you do, you draw it. That's what I always do. So we got a rectangle here. Now we know the length is 3 times the size of the width. Correct? Correct. Okay, so let's logic this fool. Yeah, that's right. I said logic this fool, and that's what we're going to do. Okay, so the length, and we got the width, okay? Now, on the length and width, we know this length is essentially 3 times one of these. I didn't draw this to scale very well, but pretend that it is drawn to scale. It'd be more like this, I guess. Length, width. So, essentially what I can do is I can say, well, let's say the width is x, okay? Well, then that would make, how many x's would make up the length? 1, 2, 3. That's it, okay? Now, what's the formula for area of a rectangle? Length times width equals the area. Now we just plug in all the stuff we know up to this point and solve it, okay? Now the key here is that we use the same variable, and we can do that because they told us essentially the measurement of the length as compared to the width. So we could use the measurement of the width, which we don't know, so we put in x, and then we put in the rest of these. X's are going to be the same numbers, okay? If we use different variables, that represents a different number. Okay, so don't just be like, oh, I can put x for everything. You can't. Okay, you have to pick a number, like x has to be 7, or x has to be 14, or x has to be negative 2 billion. Okay, x is something, some specific number for that problem. You can't just pick a bunch of x's. And we know that this x is the same as these because we know that 3 of these right here make up, well, that's 3 of those make up the length. Okay, 3 versions of the width. Okay. A lot of people would also like to write W as those instead of X's because they think of that's the width, and they could think, oh, the width times 3 is the length. Okay, cool. I don't care. So 3 times our X, that's our length. Our width is just X. And guess what? Oh, we know that is 27. All right, now we just solve for X. 3x times X is 3x squared. Not 4x, because you're not adding them. No, you're multiplying them. And then 27 comes down. I've seen a lot of kids just start writing numbers down. There's no equal sign. Bring that equal sign down, crazy face person. Wow, I'm good at comebacks. Next thing we do, what do we get rid of next? The 3. What's the opposite of 3 times x squared? Divide. So you divide by 3. That turns into 1, which cancels out, essentially. Equals. 27 divided by 3 is 9. See, I almost forgot that squared. Don't tell anybody. Don't you tell us. Okay, so now what do we do to get rid of squared? Square root. It's in the name. Opposites are in the name. Opposite of add is subtract. Multiply is divide. Squared is square root. So we do that. That cancels out. So now it's x equals, what's the square root of 9? 3. All day. Now, we're done, right? Psych. What are they asking? What is the dimensions he rectangle? Okay, this is the worst English ever. What are the dimensions of his rectangle? Well, we need to find the width and the length to find the answer, right? Okie dokie. So let's learn. Okay? What do we know x represents? The width. So we got the width, 3. Now, if 3 of those right there, 3 of those x's is the length, that'd be 3, 3, 3. What is 3 plus 3 plus 3? 9. Length, width. Now we can check it to make sure it works. Length times width equals 27. 3 times 9 equals 27. All day, every day in Compton. Alright, now let's do this other one just for fun. The sum of, this is like a bonus question. Bonus. It says the sum of 4 consecutive numbers is equal to the largest number. Find these integers. Well, I mean, you think about it like 3 plus 4 plus 5 equals 6. That's not going to work. Okay, any number in the world isn't going to work because anything in front isn't going to add to the next one. So you got to know this is around the turn of the number line, essentially. Okay, it's going to happen somewhere right here. All right, my guess is somewhere close to the middle part because we know it's going to work right. So I'm going to just take this right here. Let's see if that works. -1 plus 0 plus 1 plus 2 equals -1 plus 0 is -1. -1 plus 1 is 0, and then 2 equals 2. Guess what? Homie just found that. Those are your 4 consecutive numbers. Wow. This tastes a lot like victory. Let's take a second. Now it tastes a lot like victory. Hope you guys have a wonderful day.
Hey, Tyler here. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out tarveracademy.com.
Hey, you heard the guy. Go check out the Facebook page. Tweet me some questions you have, and I'll try to help you with them. Check out the website if you'd like. And then guess what? Get my other YouTube channel. Everybody's doing it. Or not.